But clearly, at this age, there's at least one goal much more important than holding the country's highest elected office. And that's recess. It's just another morning on the red carpet as we get a royal send-off. Our destination? The island of Pemba.
Pemba have nice beaches. Yeah. Pemba is so natural. It's green and natural. I can say it's a virgin island.
To go to Pemba later. Yeah, it's quite an interesting movie, I understand, but the minister is here and we are ready to go. So please, DJ, remind me to take all of us here to Pemba later, maybe during the breaks. Well, the minister is almost here. When he entered the room, please, when he enters the room, please, would we stand up and welcome him? Nape Nnauye, Minister for Information, Communication and Information Technology, United Republic of Tanzania. Can we clap our hands for Thank you. We may be seated. Honorable Nape Nnauye, Minister for Information, Communication and Information Technology, United Republic of Tanzania. Honorable Yath, my apologies if I haven't gotten your name well. Under Secretary, Ministry of ICT and Postal Services, South Sudan. Mr. Tariq Malik, CEO Extensia. Dr. Jim Yonazi, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Information, Communication and Information Technology, Tanzania. Madam Hilda Bujiku, Acting MD, Vodacom PLC. Mr. Gwakisa Study, I need some strength to pronounce this. The MD Helios Towers, MD TTCL, DG TCRI, and all those who are seated here. I always avoid using the word all protocol being observed because I haven't observed on it, but all here, good morning. Yes, we are ready to start our program. Welcome to C2C Summit 2022 in Serena, Dar es Salaam. Yet another time, we are meeting in Dar es Salaam. Can we clap our hands? I'll be moderating the opening ceremony, so without further much ado, I would like to invite Tariq Malik, the CEO of Extensia, to give us welcome remarks and maybe say something that will make the day going. Karibu sana, Tariq.
Well, thank you very much, Innocent. Thank you again. Well, Honourable Minister Napinayaya, we are honoured by your presence here today at this opening ceremony. Thank you for joining us, and accept my thanks to the Ministry of Information Communication and Information Tanzania, Technology Tanzania for working with Extensia as the host partner of this year's summit. A big round of applause to the Minister and his team. It was a pleasure to also welcome the Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Information Communication and Information Technology, Dr. Jim Yanuzi. Round of applause, please. I'd also like to thank the rest of the team from the Ministry that helped organise this event alongside the government parastatals. That includes TTCL, Director General Peter Yulanga, and TCRA, and the Director General Jabiri Bankari. Thank you also for being here today, and thank you for the various government ministries and agencies. Thank you also to the Under-Secretary from South Sudan, who's also here with us today. Thank you for your presence. And to all our Tanzania dignitaries and friends, Jambo, Salam, good morning, and Asante Sana. To all of our VIP guests from outside of Tanzania, welcome and very special thanks for you to making the effort to join us for what promises to be an exciting and engaging 2 days of deliberation and engagement. I'd also like to give a special thanks to all the foreign ministries, UN agencies, European Union that are also here with us today. We welcome you all to the 6th annual Connect to Connect, or commonly known as the C2C Summit in Tanzania, and we invite you to connect, communicate, collaborate over the next 2 days. You'll be enjoying listening to 60 plus speakers presenting a lively format of 20 sessions, including keynote presentations, fireside chats, panel debates, and a very special workshop at the start of tomorrow morning from Meta. We have over 300 attendees, so we encourage you to make the very most of the networking opportunities and to make a point to introduce yourself to as many people as possible. There's no need to be shy. We're all here for the same reason. For those of you who are here at an Extensia event for the first time, let me remind you that our industry-led conferences have been held in Africa for the past 20 years in countries across the continent. For the 6th time, Tanzania has been gracious in inviting the C2C Summit back here in Dar es Salaam. This reflects Tanzania's leadership role in the growth of telecoms and ICT infrastructure and services in Africa, and its commitment to the community over the years. As part of Africa's ICT movement over the past 2 decades, Extensia and you, our loyal supporters, have witnessed and shaped waves of technology developments and supported the acceleration of many digital transformation projects across the continent. Too many to mention in this open ceremony, but there has been many. The focus of this summit is the multi-stakeholder approach to developing and harnessing digital infrastructure, particularly to the interconnect countries and people of the vast African continent. ICT today constitutes a core sector of its own right, while also being an enabler for every other sector, including but not limited to healthcare, trade, education, entertainment, and civil societies. Keeping an eye on the future of the summit urges you to align your own interests with national agencies, the aspiration of your neighbours, and to support the rest of Africa in the achievements of the 2030 UN Sustainable Development Goals. The new normal calls for visionary leadership and the development of robust infrastructure which would support the deliveries of tomorrow's ICTs. I invite you all to actively participate in the discussions and the debates across the floors of this event. You'll notice a high caliber of invitee-only attendees, another hallmark of Extensia's events. Now, we're grateful to the many sponsors and for the usual enthusiasm, the international ICT leaders in Africa. Now, when we first did this event for the very first time, it was actually here in Dar es Salaam back in 2013. I was actually much younger then. And Helios Towers showed their support back then, and now back in 2022, they've showed their commitment to be the headline sponsor. And I also appreciate that Tom Greenwood, the group CEO, has made the effort to come to the opening ceremony. A big round of applause for Helios Towers. And Tom, stand up, please. Thanks, Tom. I'd also like to thank TTCL, under the leadership of Peter Yulanga, and also his colleague Cecil Francis, the Chief Technology Officer, for being the event partner for C2C. Thank you for your support and very welcome. And big round of applause for TTCL, please. Now, we heard last week about the excitement behind Vodacom's 5G and seeing His Excellency on a hologram. You looked bigger than life, Mr. Honourable Minister. I mean, show of hands who witnessed that last week. Wow, there's quite a few. Well, congratulations to Vodacom for making this huge milestone for the nation, and thank you to Hilda Bucheco and her team from Vodacom Tanzania and from Group for being the program sponsor of this year's event. Big round of applause for Vodacom. And a special thanks to all our other key sponsors, at least TCRA, who tonight are going to be the evening dinner hosts, so expecting a lot of dancing, good music, so let your hair down, if you got any, not like me. But also for Halatel, the registration sponsor, Huawei, the VIP lounge sponsor, thank you for all your support for making this happen. And for those of you who are regular partners, attendees of our events, welcome back. For those of you who are here for the very first time, please enthusiastically embrace the learning and networking opportunities at this event, and welcome to our growing communities of industry leaders from the continent. Please make use of the networking area, please. For many companies are here showcasing their products and services, so they'll be happy to meet you in the business area outside of this room. And ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a great event. Look forward to seeing you, many of you, over the next 2 days. Let the proceedings begin. Karibu and Asante Sana. Thank you.
Thank you, Tariq, for your welcoming remarks. Now, before I invite the main partners and sponsors to speak, I would like to invite the Wabant Entertainment Group to give us a bit of Tanzania traditional ngomas and plays, if at all. Karibuni Wabantu, dakika 3. We are live, by the way, so everybody outside there is watching us. So let's behave ourselves.
Nyumba ngalole vanu cha nyumba. Cha nyumba ngalole vanu cha nyumba. Uma nyumba ngalole vanu cha nyumba.
Let's clap our hands for Wabantu. That's a little bit of a taste of Tanzania traditional ngomas. We have some more as the program proceeds. Well, next on the podium is the Managing Director for Helios Towers, Mr. Gwakisa Study. I'm sure he will be invited with the welcoming video. The youngest CEO, I suppose, in Tanzania, one of the youngest CEOs, and I'm sure with the energy he will speak to us in a very short time just to give us some time for more action. Karibu sana, Gwakisa.
Asante sana mabibi na mabwana, baada ya kuiangalia hii video fupi, kwa niaba ya Helios Towers naomba nichukue nafasi hii kuwakaribisha tena kwenye kongamano hili. Itifaki imezingatiwa. Na wasalimu kwa jina ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Naomba nirudie. Na wasalimu kwa jina ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Asante. Nianze kwa kujitambulisha. Kwa majina naitwa Gwakisa Study, Mtanzania, mume wa mke mmoja na baba wa watoto wawili. Yes, mimi ni mkurugenzi mtendaji wa kampuni ya Helios Towers Tanzania. Nilijiunga na kampuni hii mnamo mwaka 2015 kama meneja wa fedha. Nikapanda kuwa mkurugenzi wa fedha, naibu mkurugenzi mtendaji, na sasa hivi ni mtendaji mkuu wa hii kampuni. Nimeambatana na viongozi wenzangu wa kampuni wa hapa Tanzania, naomba wasimame haraka, na wenzetu wachache toka kampuni yetu mama Uingereza, Tom and the team, if you can stand up. Thank you. Quickly, I'm switching back to English. We started with Swahili to embrace the culture. We were having traditional dance, then a bit of Swahili introduction. What I was saying, for those who cannot hear Swahili, I was just introducing myself that I'm Gwakisa Study. I'm the current Managing Director of Helios Towers Tanzania. Yes, as you have already heard from my brother Tariq about the huge importance of connectivity and the benefit it brings to and the benefit it brings to the economy for the population to be able to access and use the telephone and the internet technology. It is with this in mind that we are delighted to have the chance to sponsor this event and to welcome you all. I know we have representatives from across the group representing various group of stakeholders, be it network operators, regulators, government leadership, sector experts, suppliers, to name a few. Specifically, would love and like to thank Her Excellency Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, for creating and promoting positive investment climate in Tanzania, and His Excellency Honorable Nape Moses Nnauye, our Minister of Communication, Information and Information Technology, and the team at Extensia for organizing and facilitating what we hope will be the fantastic 2 days here at Serena Hotel in Dar es Salaam. I know we have a packed agenda for the next 2 days, so I would not wish to take much of your time, but briefly allow me to share a little about our company and the value we bring to Tanzania and to the continent at large. Helios Towers build, own, and operate telecom infrastructure. We started back in 2010, launching our first operation in Ghana, before we entered Tanzania and DRC in 2011. Since then, we have established one of the most extensive tower portfolio across Africa and the Middle East. We enable mobile operators to expand mobile coverage more quickly, more cost efficiently, and drive mobile communication more reliably. And as we focus on sharing telecommunication infrastructure, this enables us to substantially lower environmental impact. As you can see, instead of having towers for each operator, we make them collocate in one single tower, up to 4 and 5 operators, which is very environmental friendly. So why does Helios Towers exist? Well, as a company, our purpose is to drive the growth of communication and connectivity across Africa and the Middle East. And our mission is to deliver exceptional customer service through our business excellence platform and create sustainable value for our people, environment, customers, communities, and investors. Our purpose and mission are very successful because they have been embedded to an embryo core value of integrity in everything we do, partnership with our stakeholders, and excellence in everything we do as well. Now, let me specifically focus on Helios Towers Tanzania. As a leading independent tower company here in Tanzania, we are privileged to work with all mobile operators and many internet service providers within the country, and indeed, it is very wonderful to see various representatives from many of these customers today. I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to our ministerial leader, the Minister, Permanent Secretary, and all the team, the regulator, our customer, as they have been very instrumental towards our growth over the last 11 years. In a few minutes, I will share with you how, as Tanzania, Helios Towers Tanzania deliver our service. And I will share the same in 3 aspects. The first aspect on how we drive the growth of communication in Tanzania. The second aspect on how we develop Tanzanian talent. And the third, which is the final, on how we focus on our sustainability business agenda. Starting with the first one, which is how we drive growth of communication in Tanzania. We have invested over 700 million USD since 2011, and we have expanded from 1,200 towers back in 2011, and now we have over 4,000 towers, which is servicing over 9,000 tenancies. And our network power uptime is the best in class. For instance, just May this year, all above 4,000 towers were operating with a downtime per tower per week of less than 11 seconds. And this is improvement in the network by 99% since we started. And we believe we can go to 2 seconds. That is our target as a Lean Six Sigma. We are also adding value in expanding in various innovative and diversified product portfolio. My brother Innocent mentioned about the 5G, which one of our customer, Vodacom, have been the first one in Tanzania to roll out that technology. We have partnered and we have supported each other to roll out that technology partly in our towers. And we are here to roll out the same technology for all other customers through our colocation model. And thank you, Vodacom, for trusting us. Our second aspect of how we deliver services in Tanzania, it is through developing our Tanzanian talent. All of this has been delivered by 100% localized Tanzanians. This company is led by 100% local Tanzanians. And this company, it is providing the local services by 100% local services partners, who they are above 4,000 currently. All of them, they are Tanzanians, which is great and phenomenal. But this could not come without the investment from the investor of Helios towards training and upskilling. We have been inducted in various training, and you can see more than nearly 50% of our workforce have been trained in Lean Six Sigma methodology, which is one of the process improvement training in the world. And most of our management team, they have been trained in various extensive management training, some of them with Cranfield University, which is one of the prominent universities in the world. We also focus on the same localization. We have went on board how we have started now exporting talent. Nearly 10% of our local Tanzanians, they are serving the group in various ways. Just my predecessor, who was the managing director, my fellow Tanzanian, is now leading as the CEO of Oman Helios Towers in UAE. We have other team members who are Tanzanians, who are heading various departments at our group in the UK, London. As I speak, some fellow managers, they are supporting other operations in Senegal, Ghana, a bit of DRC, Oman, Malawi, Madagascar, to mention a few. And I will touch base now, concluding on our focus to sustainability strategy. Just earlier this year, we published our sustainable business strategy, highlighting our commitment to sustainable value creation and setting out key KPIs to ensure we track sustainability. But few of the KPIs I will share with you. And the first one is connecting the unconnected and serving the underserved. How? We have been partnering with the government through UCSAF and their mobile operators to build rural sites. We have been doing this best, and just in March and February, we were with the Honorable Minister, my brother Nape Nnauye, in Zanzibar. He came there to inaugurate nearly 40 to 45 rural sites which Helios built. Thank you for the trust and support as well, Honorable Minister. On the same connecting the unconnected, we have been promoting rural electrification together with LEA, where we have connected over 1,000 our towers into grid network, which means we have connected more than 1,000 villages in Tanzania, which also has been good. We promote gender diversity. Our management team is nearly 50-50, fellow female professional and the other male professional. We are also gearing to target the carbon emission agenda, whereby we are now focusing to bridge the gap and reduce carbon emission by 46% come the year 2030. And in Tanzania, we have started this well. Only this year, we are going to connect nearly 400 towers into grid connection, which will make our tower portfolio nearly 90% connected to grid. And we have other programs, solar, other renewable energy. Some of them we have started discussing with our partners to ensure we become net zero ambition by the year 2040. Thank you. I hope we can share more in the next 2 days, but this is the little we have been offering in the Tanzania economy. Asante sana.
Another round of applause for Gwakisa, please. Asante sana, baba wa mke mmoja. That was a disclaimer, you know. Well, next on the podium, may I invite Madam Hilda Bujiku, Acting Managing Director, Vodacom PLC. Another our own. Jamani, let's clap our hands for Hilda.
Honorable Minister of Communication, Information Communication and Information Technology, Honorable Napen Nnauye, Dr. Jim Yonazi, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Information Technology, Dr. Yath Awad Yath, Deputy Minister for Information, Communication, Technology and Postal Services of South Sudan, Professor Faustino Kamuzora, Regional Administrative Secretary, Kagera, Dr. Emmanuel Manasse, representing DG TCRA, Dr. Nkundwe, DG ICT Commission, Engineer Peter Ulanga, DG TTCL, Mr. Tariq Malik, CEO Extensia, Wakisa Study, MD Helios Towers, members of the ICT corporate community, distinguished participants, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would like to firstly like to express my utmost gratitude to the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology for hosting this summit in collaboration with Extensia. This is a great opportunity for us to engage with other stakeholders and policy makers to deliberate on challenges and opportunities in our ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, Vodacom Tanzania is a company whose vision is to lead Tanzania into the digital age and change lives through technology. Over the years, Vodacom Tanzania has successfully delivered on this vision by providing high-quality services to Tanzanians and rolling out innovative products and services to both rural and urban populations, thus changing the way Tanzanians live. Ladies and gentlemen, Tanzania is undergoing a digital transformation which is reflected by the growing number of people connected to communications and internet services. The numbers have been on a sharp increase. To date, mobile penetration in Tanzania stands at 85%, while internet penetration is at 49%. The growth trajectory of these numbers reflects the appetite for digital adoption in the country. Technology has come a long way and continues to evolve at a fast pace across the globe. African countries have demonstrated keenness to adopt emerging technologies, with telcos like Vodacom leading by example. With countless opportunities for players to tap into the digital ecosystem and bring about socio-economic development, Vodacom has broadened its purpose, which is to connect for a better future. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with this drive that Vodacom has continued to invest vastly in network solutions across the African continent. Our investment in Tanzania alone now stands at 1.3 trillion shillings. We are keen to contributing to the attainment of a digitized society, and that is why, since the commencement of our business here in Tanzania, we have demonstrated a tendency to strategically explore and invest in digital evolution opportunities. For instance, the evolution from 2G network to bringing in the first 3G network, followed by the first 4G network, and now being the first ever to harness the 5G network in Tanzania. Dare I add that Vodacom was the first to bring 5G to the African continent across all the markets that we are operating. This further attests that Vodacom is living up to its vision for this country and continent. Nevertheless, and as a group, we are committed to continuing to invest in digital evolution by continuing to explore and invest in more opportunities in Tanzania and across Africa. As mentioned earlier, we operate with a clear purpose, which is to connect for a better future. With countless innovative digital solutions under our umbrella, we are leaving a mark in Tanzania's digital evolution, and we are honored to spearhead this movement. Likewise, we strive to ensure inclusion for all in this exciting journey. Speaking of which, Vodacom Tanzania has deployed innovative technology solutions that have proven to improve and empower socio-economic aspects of Tanzanians, ranging from financial inclusion, health, agriculture, as well as education. It is evident that a thriving digitized society paves the way to minimal impact on the environment and planet Earth, and we are committed to working collaboratively with other players to achieve that. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, it is clear that over the years, the telco industry has evolved to provide more than just network solutions. The sector has heavily invested in providing practical solutions for people through technology, and our success greatly relies on steady ICT connectivity. The government of Tanzania continues to create a promising business environment that allows growth in the sector. However, it is vital to continue to leave room for periodic policy reviews. Since this is a fast-evolving sector, our policies should evolve just as much to cater new advancements. We invite conversations and further collaborations, and it is my hope that this summit will enhance synergies and create new ones as we all strive towards digital inclusion. I say this because we truly mean it at Vodacom and our Africa. Connected Campaign is the vehicle for achieving the same. Africa.Connected is a Vodafone, Vodacom, and Safaricom initiative supported by teams across Africa in Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, DRC, Egypt, Mozambique, South Africa, and Lesotho. It is a call for action to invite government, industry, business, and civil society to join us in partnership to build on our existing efforts and achievements to close the digital divide and also increase financial inclusion. Our ultimate goal is to ensure everyone on the continent is connected and that no one is left behind. Once again, it is my sincere hope that Through this summit, we will live inspired and equipped to ensure no one is left behind. Asanteni sana na karibuni sana Tanzania. Thank you so much.
Another round of applause for Hilda, please. Thank you, Hilda, for your speech. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Peter Ulanga is not here. His representative, Karibu, for the speech on behalf of Engineer Ulanga. Karibu.
Minister for Information, Communication and Information Technology, Honorable Nape Moses Nauye, Permanent Secretary for Information, Communication and Information Technology, Dr. G. Mionaz, distinguished guests, participants, delegates, and members of telecommunication community present here, good morning. My name is Alex George Biziriko, representing Engineer Peter Ulanga, the Director General for Telecommunication Corporation, who is not here today because he is attending other equally important meeting in Dodoma. TTCL is a central and key driver of telecommunication evolution and growth, not only in Tanzania, but also across East and South part of the Africa region. As the manager of National ICT Broadband Backbone, NSTBB, TTCL maintained 10 points of presence within 7 countries, namely Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Malawi, Zambia, and Mozambique. TTCL stands a key bridge towards achieving the digital economy agenda region-wise. Our role is to ensure that all telecommunication companies across the region and global partners have equal access to this strategic infrastructure. And our commitment to quality, sustainability, and credibility is to further more redefined to greater cause, especially now that we are seeing 5G launching within our operating space and proximity. I would like to assure all delegates that TTCL Corporation as a summit partner and carrier of carrier is infrastructure ready to bridge and accommodate the concurrent industrial innovations, changes, growth, and spear the career community parallel to global revolutions. To mark this readiness, the corporation has recently launched high-speed internet at the Mount Kilimanjaro, which stands 5,895 meters above the sea level. This milestone marks our new ambitions, new zeal, and new cause both nationally and internationally. And for this, we would like to thank the Ministry, Minister Honorable Nape Nnauye in particular, for making this happen. Once again, I thank you all for your participation. And I believe that we shall utilize this summit for greater purpose in line with our nation's socio-economic agenda, focusing on transforming people's lives. As TTCL Corporation, we assure all summit partners that we shall continue to collaborate and join forces to ensure that Tanzania and Africa at large is connected, through reliable communication, which provide the required platform that transformation. Together with me, I have come with another TTCL team. I would like them to stand up and wave for the delegates. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Before I invite the next speaker, may I acknowledge the presence of two gentlemen. One, the representative of the minister from DRC Congo. If you can stand up, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We have among ourselves our old, very old friend, Dr. Bashir Gwandu, former CEO of Nigeria Communication Commission. And those who have come in before, after we started, please, I'll acknowledge your presence. Just let me know. Next on the podium, I would like to invite the representative from TCRI to speak on behalf of Dr. Jabiri Bakari, who I understand also is not here with us. Karibu, Dr. Manasseh. Makofi tafadhali.
Honorable Minister Nape Moses Nawea, Ministry of Information Communication and Information Technology, Dr. James Yonazi, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Information Technology, CEOs, DGs, distinguished delegates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with a great pleasure that I stand before you to thank all who have worked tirelessly to make this conference truth. I believe that what we are sharing here, what we are contributing here is crucial for moving our country forward in connecting the unconnected, but also serving better the society that we're serving. The Tanzania Communication Regulatory Authority, together with the ministry, we are working to make sure that we have conducive policy and regulatory environments that promotes services in the communication, but also connecting other sectors, taking into consideration that the sector that we are regulating is an enabler of various sectors. Our policy and regulatory framework that we have in place has enabled the penetration of services, but also promotion of innovations. That's why we see Tanzania is leading in most of the services, especially in our converged licensing framework, which is technology and service neutral, has enabled operators to invest in various services and also to come with innovative solutions without putting heavy burden on licensing regime. But on top of that, we recognize that the resources that TCRA is managing is very crucial for the services that we are offering and for the services that this country needs and the society at large. So we allocate resources on time. As you can see that spectrum is sufficient and transparently assigned. And to show that we have commitment on that, also we will see the ongoing that we are also going to allocate the spectrum for IMT 2020 through a competitive process to make sure that business progress. But the most important thing is also we are trying our level best to make sure that we have a collaborative regulatory framework, collaborative approach, where regulator, policymaker, and service providers, they can sit together and pave the way strategically to serve this society better. But not only collaborative approach, but also we have regulatory collaborations where we see regulators also sit together to see that instead of doing the vertical regulation, we do the horizontal regulation. By horizontal regulation, it means we don't set regulation by looking at the communication sectors alone, looking and considering that most of the services also we are regulating are enabling other sectors. But the most important thing is the coordinated and streamlined effort that the government is ensuring that no one is left behind, but also each and every initiative that the government is taking is aiming to connect and progress the country at large. Infrastructures that this country is committed to set, from national backbone, looking at submarine cables, looking at last mile connectivity that operators are doing. All this is a commitment to make sure that no one is left behind and we connect the unconnected. But on top of last mile connectivities, we also streamline the effort that government is doing. Now we have moved it, not only last mile connectivities, but we want to see last mile delivery. The government, through the Ministry of Communication, they have ensured that each house, each place, there's a postcode and addressing system in place. The objective is to make sure that not only last mile connectivity, but now last mile delivery is possible in this country. With last mile delivery, it means you can connect, and with payment platform, you can pay or you can buy something, but it will be delivered to your house. So all these coordinated and streamlined efforts, they open and serve the society better. But on top of that, we see that all these e-business and e-commerce are coming up with a huge amount of data, and data is a new oil. That's why you see we are also promoting data centers and also techniques for processing and analyzing this data to make meaningful decisions out of this data. We see we are enhancing and we are promoting innovations to make sure that we use big data analytics, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things technologies in serving this society better and enhancing the services delivery in various sectors. But in line with that, we are also ensuring that the cyberspace is secure so that people, they can have trust and do business in the cyberspace because it is well secured. So with all these coordinated and streamlined efforts, and with the regulator and policy makeup setting conducive regulatory environment, I believe that this society can be saved more, but also it opens up opportunities for innovators to come with innovative solutions that can help not only bridging the gap, but also creating jobs and opening opportunities to the Tanzanians to get jobs, but also to be saved better as we move to the digital economy. I believe that we depend on operators, we depend on you service providers to come with innovative solutions that address the need of this country, but also to increase the national income from the sector that we're regulating, at the same time creating more jobs, skills, and knowledge that is sufficient for the digital economy. Just to conclude my remark, I would like to thank again the coordinators of this symposium and conference, and I believe that we'll come up with a lot of solutions, commitments that will not only end here, but will move this nation and the society we serve to another step. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Manasseh. And before I call upon the Permanent Secretary to come and speak, I would like to invite the Wabantu for 2 minutes entertainment. Dakika mbili tu ya kizungu, so ile ya Kiswahili, ya kidhungu. Okay. Asante. Thank you very much. Let's clap our hands for Wabantu. There's no guitar or anything but just traditional equipment, and we could get a very good music. Now, without further much ado, I would like to invite Dr. Jimmy Yonaz, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, to speak and invite the guest of honor to talk to us. Karibu, Doctor.
Honorable Moses Nape Nnauye, the Minister for Information, Communication and Information Technology of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Yath Awan Yath, the Undersecretary in the Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology and Post Services of the Republic of Sudan, Mr. Chera Baveza, Advisor to the Minister of ICT from DRC, Mr. Tariq Malik, the CEO of Extensia, and thank you very much for coming, Professor Faustin Kamuzora, the Ligand and the leader, I thank you very much for coming and joining us in this meeting. This is the Regional Secretary from Kagera, but he was previously the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry responsible for ICT in Tanzania. Mr. Munaku Mulembwa, the Director of ICT at the Ministry of Information, Communication and Information Technology. Dr. Nkundwe Mwasaga, Director General of ICT Commission in Tanzania. Dr. Manasseh Emmanuel, representative of the Director General of Tanzania Regulatory Authority. Mr. Alex Bizireko, representative of Director General of TTCL. Mr. Gwakisa Study, Main Director of Helios Towers. Madam Hilda Bujiku, the Acting Managing Director of Vodacom Tanzania. Presenters and panelists, paper presenters, members of the ICT community in Tanzania, and our guests, distinguished participants, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Na wasalimu kwa jina ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. I wish to congratulate you all and thank you all for coming and joining us in this conference. I'm happy and honored that we have been given the opportunity, and of course, we have grabbed it with gratitude to convene here to discuss and enjoy 2 days of this life-transforming event here in Dar es Salaam. I believe that we are going well, and we have good health to indulge in discussions that will be helpful and useful and facilitative into contributing our people and countries here from Dar es Salaam and to the world. My role here today is not to deliver a speech, but to have to invite and welcome our guest of honor, Honorable Moses Nape Nnauye, who is the Minister of Information, Communication and Information Technology in the United Republic of Tanzania. Before I do this, allow me to welcome all again in this forum organized jointly by our ministry and Extensia from the United Republic of, from the UK. Without further ado, I wish now, and if you're not too busy, to welcome our guest of honor, the Honorable and the most digital Minister, Honorable Nape Moses Nnauye. Mheshimiwa Waziri, karibu sana.
I think the PS was remembering the hologram we did last time. Dr. Yath Awan, Undersecretary from the Ministry of Communication of the Republic of South Sudan. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and welcome to Dar es Salaam. You said this is your first time. Please enjoy your stay in Dar es Salaam. Dr. Jimmy Yonaz, the Permanent Secretary to this Ministry of Information. Tishera Bavweza, Advisor to the Minister of ICT from DRC, Mr. Tariq, the CEO of Extensia. Thank you for coming again, making Dar es Salaam your second home. Dr. Nkundwe, the DG from the ICT Commission, the Managing Director of Helios Towers and your team, Madam Hilda Bujiku, the Acting Managing Director of Vodacom, Dr. Emmanuel Manasseh from TCRA. I acknowledge the presence of Professor Kamuzora. Karibu sana, Professor. Thank you for joining us. Presenters and the panelists, paper presenters, member of the ICT corporate community, distinguished participants, members of the press, and special thanks to the team that makes this conference live. Kengele na wenzako, asanteni sana. Good morning, habari za asubuhi. First of all, it is my great honor and a privilege to welcome you to the Connect to Connect Summit in Dar es Salaam, here in Tanzania, which highlights and entrenches the value of progressive partnership in connecting Africa agenda. I am glad you all made it safe in Dar es Salaam, which is the hub of peace. Distinguished participants, let me take this opportunity to extend to you all a warm welcome on behalf of the people and the government of the United Republic of Tanzania to all delegates who have come from different parts of the world and who have found it important to participate in this C2C summit. The context and the objective of this conference is a clear reflection of the way in which our governments and the ICT stakeholders tackle the challenges that are facing our countries and our citizens. We all agree that accessibility and affordability communications still possesses challenges in many African countries. It is in this context that this conference is important to us. We are indeed happy to host you and wish you a productive participation and an enjoyable stay in our country. Tanzania is a country renowned for its cultural and natural diversities, a land of peace and political stability in Africa. With over 60 million people, Tanzania is a country where Swahili language was born and widely spoken. I warmly welcome you to enjoy your stay in this home to the world-renowned tourism destinations, including Mount Kilimanjaro, which of course is the roof of Africa, exotic Zanzibar Island, and more than 16 wildlife-rich national parks, including Serengeti, Ngorongoro Crater, Selous, and many more. Hope you will extend your stay to visit these attractive places. Distinguished participants, I am also pleased to see the diversity of people attending this summit from different parts of Africa and sectors which are embracing ICT and recognize the opportunities presented by the improvements in regional connectivity. It is heartening to see the international investments and solution providers communities providing their support for this event. I believe your presence at this summit will ensure we share a rounded vision of how to continue improving connectivity across Africa, ensuring current and future connectivity endeavors address the needs and aspirations of people and organizations that need ICT to support their growth and development. We have seen serious and rapid growth and investment by governments and ICT players in terrestrial optical fiber infrastructure connecting our countries to the rest of the world through international submarine cables. These are remarkable achievements. which African countries should feel proud of. The only challenge is on how we can develop new services and applications that can take advantage of this bandwidth explosion and are relevant in improving the quality of life for our people. Importantly, we need to plan how to break down the international monopolistic barriers that could continue to maintain bandwidth costs at high level despite international availability. We need to ensure that the benefits of low-cost bandwidth will be passed on to end users in our countries. The world is witnessing the fourth industrial revolution, where industry transformation in information and communication technology using cloud computing, the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, big data analytics technologies, and the other emerging technologies. I believe our presence and participation in this forum will bring focus on implementing some strategic and pivotal programs that would contribute to diversifying our economies and further support other sectors that are witnessing a rapid growth in the light of achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. I am sure presentations to be made here, panel discussions, solution showcases, and organized seminars will not leave us the way we came, but will rejuvenate our commitment to build a people-centered, inclusive, and development-oriented information society so that people everywhere could create, access, utilize, and share information and knowledge to achieve their full potential. Distinguished participants, the government of Tanzania is focusing on the ICT sector as essential to transforming the country into a digital economy. We have made the decision to invest heavily in building and securing a world-class infrastructure with the capacity and the speeds to set Tanzania as the regional ICT hub. We are also fully engaged in connecting the rural underserved area through the Universal Communication Service Access Fund, public service delivery through the e-government program, securing our critical infrastructure, and keeping people safe online. The government has implemented mobile network coverage initiative whereby more than 94% of Tanzanian population and more than 66% of the geographical distribution of our country is achieved. And as of June 2022, number of subscribers reached approaching 56 million population, whereas in terms of internet subscriptions reached 29 million, compared to 35 million and 11 million respectively in 2015, when last C2C summit was hosted. So you can see we have achieved a certain milestone. Distinguished participants, the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, under the strong leadership of Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, is promoting digital development in line with fourth industrial revolution towards the realized industrial-driven and modern digital economy. Among many efforts made by the government is investing tremendously in the ICT sector through construction of sustainable communication infrastructures. As you may be aware, we are extending our national ICT broadband backbone to enable all citizens to get affordable, reliable, and high-quality broadband services. Tanzania has a number of legal and regulatory framework to guide the sector. This includes, but not limited to, the National ICT Policy of 2016. We are implementing the National Broadband Strategy of 2021-2026 and the National Cybersecurity Strategy of 2018-2023 to ensure broadband reachability countrywide, but with a focus on building trust and confidence of our cyberspace to all citizens and the stakeholders from within and outside the country. And here maybe I wish to say this. We have been waiting for long to have the data protection law. And the good news is we are now formally permitted to continue the process. And we are hoping this month is going to have the first reading in the Parliament. Likewise, we must also look into the ethics of internet use to the extent that the internet is governable. Obviously, the internet by its very nature renders it almost impossible to completely regulate. However, irresponsible and unethical behavior in the borderless world of the internet must somehow be managed. The public and our future generations need to be educated to use communications and the ICTs in a safe and a responsible manner. Distinguished participants, let me use this opportunity to request ministers and delegates present at this summit to join our concerted efforts in looking for better solutions to the problem affecting our citizens. Let us further strengthen our existing partnership to strengthen our strategies towards connecting Africa and building digital economy for our countries. Let us unite by connecting our countries with the ICT infrastructure for a better tomorrow. Nichukue fursa hii kuwashukuru sana na kuwapongeza Extensia, lakini pia wale wote waliodhamini Helio Star wa Vodacom na wengine wote kwa pamoja. Tunawashukuru sana sana kwa kuamua kuja hapa. Uwepo wenu hapa unaiweka Tanzania kwenye ramani nzuri ya kuonyesha jinsi ambavyo tuko committed kuhakikisha hatumwache hata mtu mmoja nyuma. Ni uamuzi mkubwa, una gharama zake, lakini kwa niaba ya serikali niwahakikishieni wa Tanzania tutahakikisha hakuna anayebaki nyuma. Tutamuunganisha kila mmoja atumie hii baraka ya teknolojia na maendeleo yake kuhakikisha tunabadilisha maisha yetu. Na nimesema hapa, napenda kurudia, Baraza la Mawaziri limeruhusu kutungwa kwa sheria itakayolinda taarifa binafsi. Tunataka anga la mtandao wa Tanzania liwe salama. Na ili liwe salama, tunatungia sheria. Nataka kutoa wito kwa wote ambao wanahusika kutoa maoni yao bila kusita. Maoni yote yatazingatiwa. Na tutakwenda kusoma kwa mara ya kwanza bungeni, bunge lijalo linaloanza tarehe 13. Na baada ya pale niwahakikishieni tutatunga sheria bora. Na kwa sababu wako waliotangulia, tutajifunza kwenye mapungufu yaliyotokea kwao. Niwahakikishieni tutakuwa na sheria bora ya kulinda taarifa binafsi kwa Watanzania. In conclusion, may I thank the Ministry and Extensia, the co-organizer of this summit, and all sponsors for their support and their indulgence to make this event possible. I wish all delegates and participants a fruitful conference in this fascinating summit, and I encourage you to reserve extra days for your joyful stay in Tanzania, especially those who came for the first time. Extend your stay. I wish the participants a very fruitful and a productive discussion. And with that, and may I take this opportunity to ask the PS if you can organize the same conference in Zanzibar so that maybe we all go to Zanzibar too. And I count this done. I now declare the C2C Summit officially open. Thank you for your attention. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Waziri. Another round of applause for our minister. Well, according to the timetable I have now, it's a networking break and photo opportunities. I would like to request the Vodacom, the Serena people to come and take the, I know you are laughing, Roslyn, for a reason. If I may ask Serena people to come and take the podium down so we can have photo opportunities here. Unfortunately, due to time, we have a long timetable to go, so I will ask all the speakers and our VIPs to come hapa juu for the photograph. Serena, tafadhali tunaomba mtuondolee podium. Speakers only, the speakers and the VIPs, please. The space is small. Some can stand behind. Yes, please. You can take the photos, okay? If you can stand maybe behind, please. Thank you, speakers. Your Honorable Minister, there's a committee, Extensia and the ministry, with the directors from the ministry. Please, if you can come. Wakurugenzi wa wizara na kamati, tafadhali haraka haraka. Aya, thank you very much. The protocol people, can you see off the minister? Now we have 15 minutes of tea break. Tea is served outside, so please can we go for tea and come back here exactly 10 minutes past. Karibuni sana. 10 minutes past.